Let's talk about AI and real estate photography. And at the onset of it, AI was a tool that was seen to take other people's work and manipulate it, ingest it, and spit out fake content. But where AI has gone in the real estate sphere more recently, that I have had clients asking me about, is AI editing. And people are coming into the different agencies. They're coming into my clients. They're talking about it on their social media, and they are talking about using AI for their editing so that they can be quicker, faster, and better than the competition. And I personally don't think that AI is going to replace what I do, what editors do, and just what good old-fashioned, old-fashioned editing does at this point. In real estate, the biggest thing I see AI having trouble with is windows and harsh lighting, whether that be very dark shadows, bringing them up, or having very bright highlights coming through a window and trying to blend it in so that it isn't as harsh. And you can just tell when you look at them. There is something about them that just looks off. And that is going to be true for any kind of automated solution out there, because AI does not know what a window is. AI does not know what a window pull is. Even if you are using AI to blend the images together to produce your final output, and that output is real, it still does not know what the perfect balance between light and dark is, the right amount of contrast, the right amount of saturation, the right amount of sharpening. And so you get these really surreal looking images, or you get images that look like some of the first, one-click solutions that were out there, or even the very, very budget editing services that you can get overseas. The blending is really bad. There are really strange lines on all the windows, and it just looks fake. It almost looks like HDR when it first came out in the early 2000s. It's just overdone. And so I think AI is something that we can use for certain things like noise reduction. AI is great for subject selection in portraits and in headshots, stuff like that. I find AI to be very useful in removing objects sometimes, and there's different tools that you can use for different ones. There's really only two ways to run a photography business in real estate and in architecture and all that stuff. Really only in real estate, and that is either you are a quality business or you are a quantity business. You are either trying to get as many clients as possible, you're trying to do things as quickly and cheaply and as fast as you can get them done and delivered to people. Or you can be like myself, where you are trying to work with people who are actively at the top of their game. You are looking for editors. You yourself are editing. You are taking pictures and slowing down where everyone else is speeding up. That is something that I have really made a point of in my business when I'm thinking about where I'm going in the future, when I'm thinking about the shoots that I'm going to be doing. I am always thinking about how can I slow this down so that I can do a better job and make sure all of the details are captured, and have steps in place all along the way that may make me feel like I'm moving quickly, or may be perceived to other people that I'm very good at what I do and that I'm moving fast through this, but I am efficient because I know what to look for. I know what my style is. I know what I'm going to need, and I don't care about the rest. We are, a team of 10. We are a team of 5 doing X, Y, and Z. No, you want to be the person that takes the time. You want to be a more premium product. You want to understand the market. When people ask you about, well, how many photos are included, you don't have to give them a number, because it's different every time, because you understand that a 900 square foot apartment that is a rental versus an $8 million, 8,000 square foot home is going to be different. Everything needs its own special care, its own time frame. And you understand that. And you get really good the longer you do it about understanding what each one is going to take. And when you can do that, and when you get clients who appreciate that, you just build a better business that is going to last longer, that people are going to continue to come to you when things go wrong at these other companies, when they fall through. This is what you get when you use some of these tools, because I'll admit it, I have been approached by a lot of these AI tools, these companies, and I have tried them out. And I'll be honest with you, they suck. One of them I had to get a refund for because it never would spit out any images. It ingested all of my photos, and then it went a week without me getting anything. And then it took me another couple weeks to finally get somebody to respond to me and to give me my money back, because it was just a test, right? I was like, hey, let's try it and see. If I've got really cheap clients, I have some clients who need things done very cheaply, very efficiently. They are, a discount listing agent. They don't list for their full 3% here in Colorado. And they need something, it's like, it is what it is. Until we have true artificial intelligence, we are never going to have an AI that can understand all of the different minute things that a window can have, and the different coverings and the light that comes through it and the direction and the color and the all of that. It is one of the most confusing and hard things to do as an editor, is to have the sensitivity to editing and the understanding of how to do it to where you can perfectly blend it. And you're just either going to get two things. It's never going to be able to do it, and it's always going to just be blown out white, or you're going to have the hammer that comes in and it just looks terrible. It was like cranked all the way up to 10 and looks terrible. And so if you guys want to see something like that, maybe we can talk about that. But I know the videos have been a little bit lax. I'm still trying to figure out what we're doing and what I can live with, and that balance between all of this stuff. So I really appreciate you guys sticking around. We're going to keep growing, keep talking, keep doing. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, what you guys want to see. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for getting me to where we are right now, and we're just going to keep going. We'll see you guys on the next one.